Oh, okay. Okay. If y'all can hear me. What's up? My name's D-Rock91384, and this is the Jetsons. And, go over a few things real quick. This game is kind of notorious for its jumping, which can be quite floaty at times, and, also when George gets hit, he is, usually freeze frame for about 2 seconds. It's kind of a vicious stun lock. And, that's about it. We'll do a, see what happens with the run. It's, somewhat RNG dependent on some fights, but, a lot of the rest of it will go pretty well. So, we'll start the, I'm gonna hit start, come back to the main menu here. And we'll start the timer in 3, 2, 1, go. So right here, you're canceling a few things from Rosie, the robot right there. Some messages that she gives you about certain things in the game. And basically, I pretty much memorized where the message comes in. So just hit start as soon as I hit that point. But I'll talk as much as I can about the game as I go. But it's not a very chat-friendly game, unfortunately. But I plan to just talk and play as I go here. So I got a certain way that I kill enemies and certain boxes and stuff and that I pick up along the route to ensure that I get enough power packs to do quick kills on some of the bosses and faster movement strats in some of the later stages, which I'll be able to show off. I actually tweaked my power pack route lately. I actually pick up 2 more in this stage than I previously did. Which allows me to kill the 4th stage boss a little bit faster. What I'll do is I'll use 3 homing missiles on him. I'll go over that when I get there. Alright, up first, the first boss here, Centro, is very RNG dependent on 1, where he lands, and 2, the attack that he does. If he lands and shoots a gear, you can generally just get 1 shot off. But if he spawns a little mini doggo like that, you can usually always get 2. Depending on where the boxes come out, you might even be able to get 3. So basically what you want is you want the first landing to be a gear shot so that he moves up quick, and then you want everything after that to be a spawn doggo so you can just get 2 shots. That was actually a really cool player. Very, very good. There's a little bit of quick movement there that I got really good with that movement in that part of the stage. So I throw this apple up right here to kill the bee and all those enemies downstream there. Allows me to pick up all these power packs. I take the apple there to kill those 2 guys at once. Saves a little bit of time and pick up 2 boxes. So right here you have a little bit of a little safety room there. And there's a heart upgrade. You can get up to 2. But if you die, you lose life, you lose a heart. So if you have 5, you get on to 4. If you have 4, you get on to 3. I actually have a certain way that I kill those enemies in that area to make sure that that star spawns up high there. The star is basically like, if you get 10 stars, you get an extra life. So right there, if you reach up and grab the apple in midair, you can actually have another one spawn right away. And that allows you to quick kill this boss. You can bait his webs too, is to cut down on some of the lag. And then I try to jump up to this guy as he falls to get the nice quick ending to the stage there. Another rosy message right there. You jump towards the ring there, that guy will jump away from you. If you jump before that into the ring, he'll rush you, and you'll take a hit. You'll lose some time. Right here we have George's beloved dog Astro, handing you your first item in the game, which is a remote control for the glider that you picked up from the character at the end of the second stage. The guy that you killed the spider to save. So now I have my first item, which is a homing missile. So for the cost of 5 power packs, I can spawn a little remote control plane that will deal one bit of damage to anything within range. We'll be using that on this boss of this stage as the first time. Actually want that. So this guy will drop a heart. So as I've been playing this game, I kind of realized that the drops kind of go in a table, almost like Power Blade. I don't know how many of you are familiar with that, but that was a game in the Big 20, just like this one, that I had to learn for the race. And what happens is in Power Blade, as you kill enemies, you cycle through a table of items, and you eventually come back to the beginning of it. And it seems to me that this is the same thing. I don't have the table, I haven't mapped out the table yet, but I get the same enemies, the same items from the same enemies if I do the same things. It's definitely there. Eventually, at some point, maybe I'll find the time and I'll actually map it out, but to this point I haven't. Alright, so this next area here is your first auto-scroller, and this one is tricky. I think this was a cause of a lot of frustration during the Big 20, and very specific movements here, and like I said, I mentioned George's vicious stun lock if he gets hit. Basically, if you get hit in this stage, you're pretty much dead, because either the gear will come from behind you and crush you, or you'll fall in the pit. One of those two things. So, I've kind of got this thing down to a science, but I still do screw it up from time to time. Where I jump, when I jump, and kind of like a tap jump right there, a hold jump right there. And I've gotten it down very, very, very well. Obviously, I was pretty clean. I'm actually very, very happy with that. Not a clean boss fight whatsoever so far. Alright, so I'm not going to use any more power packs on this guy. Not going to be the fastest fight, that's alright. Yeah, we'll take it. Up next, Cogswell, where nothing is what it seems. Except only in the second and fourth panels. This level changes based upon the path you take in the second part of the stage. It's actually a really cool stage. Movements there is really tough to avoid that guy hitting you, but it is possible. Oh, I wish I had that movement more consistent. And I shot that box too early. I meant to actually hit the fish with that box, but I shot it too early. So we take the right path here. The right path leads us to an area that's very similar to the Cogswell world level. This is actually Dreamworld, so it was Cogswell. This is Dreamworld. But this level is the same as Cogswell later on in the run. So this is the last screen before the boss here. Oh, so I'm trying to mine out as many power packs as I can, because I started using them on that boss during the full run. You do that during the big 20 to save time, but this boss right here is probably the worst of the game, RNG wise, because one, he drops these robots, and two, the box doesn't always spawn right away. Sometimes you can hit double hits like that, but and sometimes that happens too. He drops a little robot and absorbs the box. You don't get the hit, which is awful. But you know, it is what it is. Kind of just got to take this fight with as much luck as you can muster. Like I said, he did that whole pass, and the box didn't spawn. The entire pass. He's got one hit left, I believe. Still not bad. Not bad. Didn't die, so, I mean, that's not bad. So here you have your second short level, very similar to Astro's level in the sole fact that instead of baseball we have basketball. Instead of Astro we have Elroy. Elroy is going to give us our next item. We actually got our second item from the boss of the last stage. He gave us a flashlight that destroys all the enemies on the screen at the cost of 10 power packs, I believe. And Elroy gives us some magnetic boots, which allow us to walk on the ceiling. Those are going to come into play later in Cogswell's office to help us go a little bit faster. Over here we have a little guy who me and my buddy Skateman have dubbed Count Rentula. He is kind of a troll. He just stands there firing those bolts at you. So, the previous world record holder, Beer Full of Belly, has recently started de-rusting this game as well. And he's actually come across a few skips or little exploits. I'm going to show off one right here. Shoutouts to Beerful. He found this while he was... So you jump right here, you just float all the way down. You don't have to go over and across. Just go right here, you got to jump to scroll the screen down. Turn around here and we have another wrong warp. A little safety stage. So shoutouts to Beer Full of Belly for finding that little trick out. So here we have our second auto-scroller part. It looks daunting, but it's really not as bad as it looks. You just kind of take your time with it. Grab a box, kill a guy. Take this box, go over here. I stay between these two dots on the platform. As soon as I see the red from the light, I throw the box up. Hits him every time. Little visual cues that I use for the game. So I stand right here at the switch, and then when George's back starts to get to the edge of the screen, what I'll do is I'll jump up and I'll throw the box on the way down. It should hit the next guy in line. But if I miss, I definitely have a backup for it. But nailed him. Nice. Good deal. So right now I know that there's 2 more robots left. One there, get a pill, or a power pack. They look like pills, obviously. There's one more right here. Now, remember how there was one over near the little lava waterfall over here in the middle? Yeah, he ain't there. So grab this box, we hold this box for the boss fight, which is coming up, which is... I call him a lava dragon. He's kind of like a weird lava noodle thing. I don't know. You can see for yourself. It's a weird game. So right there, it's like, it's a good setup. I kind of like him on the right for my setup. I should be able to 3-cycle him right here. As long as I have a clean last cycle right here. I kind of screwed up the movement a little bit, but we're going to get him right here. He's got one hit. Alright, here's the aforementioned Cogswell world, which we want to have about 75 power packs for the boss of this fight because we use the power packs to defeat all the enemies. So we hit this switch right here. This is another thing that Beerful found out. Oh, and I'm gonna die. This game is just something sometimes. But the current world record does have a death in it, so I mean, it's one of those games that it's... Oh, no, George, no! Alright, you know what? I think we're just gonna go back to my usual strats in this area. Because, I only just learned the little trick. I tried to pull it off. Let's just go with what we know. Right over here, you can actually float across these little holes. You don't have to jump at all. Little interesting little... Oh, take the duck there. Alright, here's where we use the power packs. Quick kill boss. So right here, you see that these two guys were in charge of all those comets, cookie comets, as they say, pelting you throughout the level there. So right here is the Jet Screamer concert level. So this is the last auto scroller, and this is the level where you see Judy, daughter Judy, and she gives you the final item, which is a hovering platform, very similar to the Rush platform from Mega Man. The Rush Jet, excuse me. It moves a lot slower than the Rush Jet, but it's the same general concept, you know, floated platform that you can jump on. And that is used to save quite a bit of time in the last two levels, movement-wise. More than enough power packs to be able to show that stuff off, too. Right here in this level, I like to have 25. So I have more than 25, which is good. Which means I'll actually have a few extra power packs to fire at Cogswell when I get to that boss fight. They generally don't have in like PB attempts, but we'll have them here. And Jet Screamer in his his smash hit, Eep Op Ork for all you Jetsons fans out there. So this is an interesting little visual glitch that I found right here. If you stand right here, Judy's face just disappears. Alright, arriving here at Cogswell's office. This is the third to last stage, but, I mean, can you really count the second to last stage? It's like 20 seconds. You know how you saw Astro, you saw Elroy, you saw Judy. Well, that stage you see Jane. And she gives you a bunch of power packs. And for just one level, George is OP. So we're gonna go for the fast strat here. I'm very, very inconsistent with it, but I'm gonna go for it. Yep, missed it. So you gotta center yourself on that switch. You gotta be center on the TV and center on the switch. It's a little tough. It's a little wonky, but in the world record run, I actually missed it. The world record run actually died on this stage. That's alright. It saves quite a bit of time, though. Definitely does. Right here, we will have the first use of the magnetic boots we got from Elroy. Save us a lot of time having to clear out all those boxes right there. So wait for that second robot to come on screen. Throw the switch. Make sure we take care of both of those guys. Actually, I'm really happy I got that light power up right there. Those little robotic cats are actually a huge pain in the butt. Because what they do is they'll dash at you and they'll leave sparks on the ground, and the sparks can damage you. So even though you jumped over the cat, you still get hit. So right there was the use of the platform to cut out some platforming. Well, first of all, that little TV thing on the left that you would have had to jump on to jump over. Now you don't have. Not only do you not have to wait for that now, but it's a lot safer to use the platform. Here we have Cogswell, who has 3 forms. He's been coined in my chat as a cross between Dr. Wily and Dr. Robotnik, with all these 3 different forms and these weird robot things he's got going on, but it's a cool boss fight, to be honest. Typically, I don't have power packs right there. Interesting note on its final form. I'll show that off when we get to it. But his final form, he'll shoot lightning down and spawn cogs out to the left and right as he moves back and forth throughout the screen. What you can do with that is you can actually cancel the lightning by hitting him with a box. So what we'll do is we'll wait for that. Right there, I hit both cogs, so I got very unlucky right there. I'm actually going to take a hit right here to move back over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hide in the corner here, and I'm going to wait for him to cycle back to the right. And I'm going to hit the corner right before his lightning pops. What I'll do is I'll wait till I get close here. Oh, he got me with the lightning, but that's alright. He should be down right here. Oh, I missed. Dang it. Oh, he almost got me right there, because a double KO doesn't work in George's favor. A double KO would have been fighting Cogswell again. But we pulled it out. Not the best fight, but we got there. Here's Jane, who's holding a big pill. George, take your medicine. So you start the final stage with 99 power packs, so the idea is to be safe as possible, but this level has ice physics and a lot of enemies that like to fly at you from the sky, so it's still not safe even with 99 power packs. But we'll use the invulnerability right here to get through this area pretty safely. We'll kill him, spawn a platform, we'll duck. I duck, he can't hit me. Nice safe path over there. Bang, bang. Get rid of him. Oops. I actually spawned the platform into the freaking thing there. Alright, so interesting note about these spikes in the ceiling and the floor. They're one-hit KO. You hit them, you die. With full health, you die. Well, the alternate way to do that would be to throw the switches like this. That takes time. Using the magnetic boots actually saves a lot of time right there. I wait for this thing to go all the way to the right, off screen, before I hit this. But by the time that I fall upwards, the hole opens up. Right here doesn't matter. Yeah, interesting point skate. So in the Famicom version, this was actually pointed out in B-Fob's world record run, the former world record. And he points out that in the Famicom version, the spikes are gone. Like, there's no spikes in that section. Nice. 3, 2, 1. So, me and B-Fob both kind of agreed that we've never seen 1, 2, 3 as the correct solution for that area, so we both kind of, oh no, don't do this to me. So, we get on the platform, we face left. If we take a hit, we will not fall off the platform. If we face right, George will fly right off the platform. For some reason, if you face left, you're fine. And time. And that, my friends, is the Jetsons Cogswell's Caper. Very fun game. The controls are a little bit of a thing to get used to, but it's a great game. And I firmly encourage anybody to give it a shot. And it looks like the time was 24:29. It's a solid time right there. I'm very, very happy with that. I said that if I got like a 25, 26, I'd be happy, and I crushed that. I got a sub 25. Very, very happy with that run. But, well, Best in S, this has been fun. Thank you for having me. Up next, we have Canana Phone with Ghostbusters 2. My name is DRock91384, and we'll see you next time. Peace out.